Are we looking at an under again, or are you going to be looking at the spread here?
No, my number is 6 for Navy. So, it opened a little bit less. It got bet up to here. So I agree with the line move. And this Navy team has impressed me. Now, you have to remember, power rating numbers don't work when you're playing your rival. It's just, you can't use those numbers because it is such a different type of matchup. But you look at Navy and boy, they've impressed me. Yes, they played a very weak schedule, about number 111 out of the number 136 teams, but they did what they had to do. Their only two losses this year at North Texas, where they only got outgained by 33 yards and they were minus 3 turnovers, and at Notre Dame, where they lost 49-10. The Army team has 5 losses on the season. Both teams already locked into bowls. I clearly like Navy. I like the situation where Navy is a team that has a poor defense, but their offense is better. Army with a poor defense, but their offense has also struggled, only scoring 335 points per game. Lean Navy, not going to get there. I am going to get to the total. And let me quantify those numbers for you, Andy. Since 2006, these teams are 2-17 over under, 2 over 17 unders. Now, you might say, yes, but the 2 overs came in the last 3 seasons. So, has the trend changed? And I'm going to tell you no. And this is why. Yes, 2 of the last 3 have gone over the total, but there's a reason for that. Remember last year, Army actually played Tulane in the AAC championship the week prior. So they did not have their traditional 2 weeks off. The entire week before, they had to prep to try to win the AAC and then turn around on a short week and also prep for Navy. Navy had 2 entire weeks to prep for Army last season. And it showed, as the defenses struggled early, that game ended up being 31-13 Navy. Again, the reason why Army had the AC championship 3 years ago when the game went over, it was 10-10 in regulation, Andy, and they scored 10 points or 13 points in overtime to make it over the total. So those two reasons completely explain why there's an over. It doesn't mean this is guaranteed an under. My only point why this may not be a client play for me, I have yet to decide, is this. Navy has been consistent the last couple years. They ran 59 plays, 62 plays, 63 plays per game on average on the season. The Army team, we've seen a significant uptick the last few years. They still only threw the ball 108 times this season, but they have ran faster tempo. 3 years ago, they averaged 61.3 plays per game. Last year, 63.3. This season, they've averaged 69.6 plays. You may not say that's huge, but 8 plays more per game in a 2-year difference is a significant uptick. So I'm going to go under. I don't know if it is a client release or not, but for the play here and what I'm going to release to my clients, Andy, would be first half under. There have been a few overtimes. These games are close. If it's close down the stretch, you may get some funny plays. You're not going to see trick plays in the first half of an Army-Navy game. And this one shocked me. The total right now, there's some 38s and there's some 38 and a halves. The first half total, 19 or 19 and a half. I don't remember the last time a college football game had a better first half total than a full game. Usually it's about 2 or 3 points less, sometimes even 4 points less. So to have a 19 and a half with a full game total of 38 and a half, even if I wasn't a first half fan, there is legitimate extra value with the first half numbers this week.
That's one of those numbers that you're like, why is that? Why are they giving us 19
Well, again, 2 out
and a
of 3
half?
years over is a lot of reason. It took all the steam
Okay.
out of, because remember, those totals were in the 50s. Then it actually got down to 30, So I just think it's that. It's the public reaction without everyone in the world tweeting out 17 straight unders. You don't all have that extra Joe Money, thing. And then you also look, Navy Air Force earlier this year, 34-7, Army Air Force 20-17. So all of those things added in. But let's remember this. This Air Force team passed the ball a lot this year, really ran the tempo and has a horrible defense. So that Navy game going over against Air Force doesn't bother me either.
It's Wednesday, Ralph. I know we got Weekend Warrior coming up. What else do you have up at Wager Talk?
Well, let me tell you, Andy, the Weekend Warrior got bigger and better. You guys, customer service, you guys reached out. We used to have the Weekend Warrior, which included college football Saturday and NFL Sunday. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're one of those weekend gamblers, you now get all the plays Saturday and all the plays Sunday for $49. 2 complete days of weekend service for $149. By the way, my NFL, #1 the last 5 weeks. I've really cut down the volume. All I've done is go 11-1. And the rest of college football, all the bowls, just $149. Last season at Wager Talk, #1 in the bowls, I went 12-3, 80%. So 12-3 in the bowls last year, 11-1 run in the NFL. Either way you get them, make sure you're on board this weekend.